All right, so the first thing I'm going to test is containment. So on this tool right here, it's attacking your fingertips. So right here, I have got 58 pounds on. So this is a warm up for me. I'm only doing my right hand because my left arm seems to be a little bit on the injured side from pulling 3 times this week, practicing. Okay, that's a good warm up, and I'm going to try for one number. I'm hoping that number is somewhere in the 80 range. I'd be happy with that. So this one I'll jump right up to 78. If you're enjoying this video or the content that I provide on this channel, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting. It would help a lot. So this next one will be 78 pounds. The importance of containment in arm wrestling is you want these fingers to act like a cage so that you can drag people back and forth. And I've noticed that when things are connecting for me and I'm feeling good at the table, my key thing is that I can turn somebody's hand back this way. So with me, it's just like this, and drag them back and get them into a good position because of the strength I have in my fingers. So if the number's not what I think it should be today, then I'll just train harder and bring it up to where I think it should be. The thing is with these numbers that I'm testing today, everybody's devices are a little different. Everybody's setup is a little different. I know this is a true weight, but every handle's a little different. So, you know, somebody might say, well, I can do 100 on that, or I can only do 50 on that. It depends on the setup. It depends on the handle. It depends on your hand size. It depends on a lot of different factors. It can depend on where you're pulling from. See, I will do my pronation later from here. If I was doing it from here, it would actually feel different. So it would depend on where the person is strong. All right, I'm going to give this a try. If I can't get it, I'll go down and put a number up. If I can get it, I'll go a little higher until I can't do any more. Easy peasy. All right, so that's 78. I won't write that down. I believe 88 is in the cards at least. I wasn't sure whether I should do this today or not because all the hard practices I've had, and I practiced twice this week with Joey Lavallee, who hasn't had an arm wrestling competition yet, but is a very successful strongman in the area and happens to be 350 pounds with possibly the biggest hands I've ever seen, other than Paul White, the giant from WWE, or Giant Khali. So I've had a couple hard days with him pulling. And then yesterday I pulled with the rest of the club, and I've been working really hard. But at the same time, I figured this is probably a good time to put some numbers up because I intend now that the TV stuff is in the back burner and in the wrestling matches, I intend to be in a perpetual state of soreness, so I'm going to be sore no matter when I test these numbers. All right, let's see what 88 pounds feels like. Piece of cake. I've actually exceeded my expectations, so I'll try 98. We only do 10-pound jumps in this gym because I'm too lazy to go downstairs and get the 5-pound and the 2.5-pound weights. But if I hit a number that I think I can go just a little bit heavier, but not 10 pounds heavier, I will make the trip downstairs. I'd hate to think that Joey, the guy I was talking about earlier, that you'll see him in my previous videos that I've just put out. I'd hate to think what he could do in an exercise like this because his fingers and hand is so strong. I've now arm wrestled quite a few strong men and, guys who in the gym can lift incredibly heavy weights, and you can feel their arm strength and you can even feel their finger strength. But what I haven't really felt, besides Joey, and that's only on one of it on his left, is really strong wrist flexion. Because the only thing not tested in powerlifting and strongman is this. This is tested obviously with their log. The hands are tested with pulling ropes and grip competitions, farmers walks. But yeah, wrist flexion, the ability to make your wrist turn like this. The thing is, because these people are so gifted genetically for strength, once they start training the wrist flexion, it'll probably get 50% stronger in a couple months. So when they don't have any weak links left, there'll be basically no chance. All right, 98 pounds. Let's see what this feels like. So first I'm going to make sure I'm counting properly. 6 10-pound plates? Yep, that's 98 pounds. Just. So I'm going to say that is the absolute limit. If a mosquito had landed on that, I wouldn't have got it. So I'm going to write that down as a successful number, 98 pounds.